So guys, I know it's been quite a while since posting on this channel. I'm going to try to get back at it and start posting videos regularly again. Been going through some stuff here the last couple of months and just haven't been out doing any work nor filming. So it's time to get back at it. We got a nice overcast day, pretty chill. It's only 74. Humidity's still a little high, but you know, is what it is. But I'm gonna show you what I've been working on here the last couple of weeks, last couple of days. Actually, just yesterday afternoon, pretty much got it to where it's at right now. Now, last time we looked at this, it wasn't anywhere close to this far along, and I did not film a lot of it because, again, I've just been getting out here and working, have not been filming as I went. I've been bad about that, trying to get back better at it. But the wisteria cleanup back here on the way to the pond, this is what we're looking at right now. And I'm gonna spin the camera around and show you guys. We're pretty much where we need to be, just a little bit more down the hill, I think, for the wisteria. I think we're pretty much good to the left and the right of this clearing. And we just need to go down the hill just a little bit more. There's a couple more pines to pull out that are good for the mill. There are several cedars I've pulled out and set to the side for fence post and for milling. And without further ado, let me turn the camera around and show you what we've done so far. So it's always hard to show on camera any kind of scope or scale, but this is what we've gotten done so far. I'll try to put some video clips or pictures in, overlaid or side by side to show you exactly what we started with. But this is where we're at. We got the 86 up there, severely needs a bath, and the 42. And we've cleaned all of this out, and I don't think it's actually coming through how steep this is. This side I've graded out a little more flat, but the far side here is pretty steep, and there's a pretty good sized ravine going through the middle here that once we burn the burn pile here, we'll go back in and regrade all this and make it nice. I mean, make it a nice slow slope, and hopefully not have any more wisteria popping back up. Did find a lot of boulders, lots of chunks of granite. There's a lot of granite out here on this property, but there were quite a few chunks right there under that sideways growing hickory tree and this big old oak right here. But here's the cedars I plucked out, I don't know, the last 2 days or so. Need to come down here and cut the stumps off, limb them up, throw all that on the burn pile, and then take these up towards the house. I'm not sure if they'll be fence post or milled. I think, see, some of this has some rotten damage in it, but there is still plenty of good cedar here. Some of these are clearly going to be fence post size. Some of these could be milled, but we'll get in that later. I just put them over here at the top of the hill to keep them separated from everything else. We're supposed to get some rain maybe this afternoon. Like I say, you know, it's a little overcast, but it was very windy yesterday. Got a lot of red clay dust all over the 86. That's why it's so filthy. But just looking over here, I'm pretty sure all the wisteria is whooped, aside for what's still on the other side of the fence line, on the other side of the property line. But I'm pretty sure it's clean, as in here. There were a little couple strands here and there, and I tried to yank them out of the ground. As you can see, there's a couple little bucket holes right there where I was grabbing with the bucket and the thumb. That pine's probably gonna get taken out because of that defect on it. We got a little sprig of wisteria here. As you can see, it's already withered and dying. Pretty sure we got it at the base. Hopefully it doesn't pop back up. There's another little piece back here. There's a strand going up this little pine right here, so we do need to come in here and clean in a little bit further. Looking down here, there was a little piece beside this cedar. I might come back and take this cedar tree. I'm not sure yet. It's a pretty good size one. And then there's another 2 or 3, 4 cedars back behind it. There was some wisteria right here in this little mound, but I'm pretty sure I dug it all out. There is a vine going up that sweet gum there, but I think that is muscadine. I don't think it is wisteria. If you can see back there, probably not as far as I am, that is definitely muscadine or wild grape, judging from the leaves. I don't see any leaves on this vine. This is more a woody vine. That's not wisteria. But this vine back here, that's clearly muscadine or grape. There's a funky looking cedar tree right there. So, not seeing, well, I lied, there's a sprig of wisteria right there going up this, so we got to come in a little bit more. Like I said, I don't want to miss any of this and have it spread and have to come back and take more wood. I'm going to take as much as I can the first time while leaving as much as I can. There's also a stump right here I need to come back and dig up. I hit that thing full force with the bucket the other day and about killed myself in the 86. So, looking over here, like I said, there was that one sprig of wisteria right there on this very funky looking sideways sweet gum here. I don't think there's any more here. I think we've gotten in far enough here. There's a bunch of hollies and sweet gums here. I would like to come take some more of these sweet gums out because I don't want them. They're aggravation. Dug out a couple of sweet gum stumps over here. We got quite a few spidering out from old stumps. These sweet gums are just as bad as wisteria, it seems. Another woody vine there that is not wisteria. Not wisteria here. I don't see any in there. Nothing over here. I can see daylight through there, and that's where the road around the pond is. So we're getting very close to that, and I don't want to get down in there. I want some kind of buffer still. These couple pines right here, I was going to try to keep them. They had some wisteria around them. I think I got it out, but if it starts growing back around them, I'm probably going to take them out. There's a little bit of wisteria up top of that pine. There's a little bit on that pine. There's some more over here. Here's this ravine I was talking about. I knocked two big sweet gum trees down into this that were covered up in vines, pulled them out. We need to come get this sweet gum and that one because there's still wisteria there. There's a little bit of wisteria here. There's a little bit there. And I think this is pretty much it. We might take another 6 to 8 feet of trees in, and then down where those pines and stuff are, we need to come and match that. And I think that's the end of it. Now, I did see yesterday a little bit of wisteria popping up on the opposing side where we'd already cleared a month ago and partially graded back. But I went through with the root rake and combed down in there trying to pick it all up. And I think I might have got it all, but we're just gonna have to keep our eye on it. See, there's little sprigs right there coming back up. Right there. There was quite a cropping of it here. I think I pulled the vines out. There's some of it right there. There's a little bit right there. But then it's definitely right here. Going up this sweet gum, going up that one. There's some around the base of this pine tree here. There's all around here, more wisteria here. It's down there. I don't want it to jump and get on that side. There was some here I ripped out, but I'm gonna have to keep a close watch right through here to make sure it does not get its way over here. And now that I'm looking, there's a sprig of it right there. It has gotten across. So we gotta come and get that taken out. I don't want it spreading in here. I want to take out this whole side. But there's quite a bit here on the bank. There's some in the middle right here. And yeah, it goes quite a ways down in here still. Right to about into these hollies and sweet gums. Looks like it comes down the bank. Oh, Lord, it's right there. It's more than I thought. We're going to have to come in deeper with this, unfortunately. Looks like there's a couple little tiny sprigs. There's some right there, some right here. Oh man, this stuff has really taken off. It's down to here. some back there, and that holly. I don't think it's quite gotten all the way down to the road, but it looks like we might have to clear all the way clear down to this road, which sucks because that's still quite a ways, or quite a bit of material to take out. So that's depressing, but pretty sure this was not here a couple months ago. Like I said, this stuff will grow as fast as kudzu. I mean, it can grow, from what I remember, 10 to 12 inches a day when it's optimal condition. So got to come in here and flatten the rest of this out. And we got to keep a keen eye on this side of the road to make sure it is not jumped over more than those 2-3 little sprigs we just saw. That's some Virginia creeper. But yeah, a little bit there in the road. We've got to get this out of here. Cannot have it spreading anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. This stuff took over 7 acres of the farm, and we are down to less than half an acre at this point of getting rid of it, and I'm ready to be done. I'm tired of fighting wisteria. I'm tired of destroying everything, taking out all these trees. And it's gonna be one heck of a burn pile, that's for sure. So maybe if we get a little rain this afternoon or tomorrow, we might set this thing on fire this week, as long as we got calm wind. I gotta check, make sure the burn ban is still lifted for South Carolina. I think it is. But yeah, definitely need to do that. I need to come back and get that cedar tree right there. I don't know why I left that one. But yeah, that's what we're at. That's caught up. We've got, I think this is 6/10 of an acre right here, 7/10 when I measured it on Google Earth. So we got this cleared out. It's basically ready to go. Set the burn that, come back in, finish grading all this stuff, and then just observe it for a while. I don't know if it's gonna go to be in a pasture or if we're gonna replant in pine, but we need to keep it open for at least a year, I'd say, to make sure nothing sprouts back, sprigs back, jumps back up, because I'd hate to put a lot of money into replanting pines just to have wisteria start popping up in it again and have to go back and knock that all out. We still got some up here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, because I really don't want to take out that oak tree. I don't want to take out this holly. I can pluck that cedar out, I need it, but it is still all around here. And I've come in and tried to pick it out with the E42, but you just cannot get it selectively. You have to go in and take it all down, stripped to clay, and go in there with that landscape rake or root rake and rip it out of the ground just like all this. You just have to. That's the only way to get rid of it. It's going back out under that boulder right there. I mean, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. But I can say all of the wisteria that was out here is dealt with. Like all of this where the original burn pile was, that's now the log yard, was covered in wisteria. And haven't seen any of it sprout back up in the last 2 years. Or the last year since we burnt that burnt pile. I think we burnt that last April or last May, so it's been a year. Also, not seeing any wisteria popping back up in this pasture right here. This pasture had wisteria in it. This whole area with these cedars and stuff in the backyard had wisteria in it. And then all this tree line was full of wisteria, like completely covered. I've got some old pictures I'll try to put in. Completely covered. Basically got that all completely ripped out. It's not really coming back. Some of it came back earlier this spring, went back through around, ripped it out. We got a couple little sprigs right here. We wadded up some of the vines. We'll get that little corner sorted, get it around that oak tree. It's coming up back there. But I think we've about got it knocked out. There's still some coming up around the trees right there. Still some around the pump house, a little bit around the edge of the house and the garage. But it's easy to control it right now. This has been a pain too, around this big oak tree. I have come around here many times with the E42, bucket and thumb, plucked this stuff out. Still keeps popping back up. So I'll just keep ripping it out until it stops coming back. That's all I know to do. But as you can see, there's little sprigs of it popping back up all over. And here's a wad of dried up vines where I plucked them all out, but they didn't die. They got rained on and they're starting to take back off. So it's definitely better than it was, but there's still a lot more work to be done. And like I said, you can see it coming back up through here, all around these trees. I don't want to take these trees out. They're nice shade for the backyard, but I gotta get rid of these vines and I gotta keep them coming back. So for right now, I just run them all over with the lawnmower while they're green and easy to mow and won't wrap the blades up. But problem is now it's not spreading to the junkyard. I'm about to move some of these cars. It's time to crush a lot of these cars. A lot of these are just junk. I'm never gonna take parts off them. I'm never gonna fix them. I just need to take them and junk them, take them to the scrap yard. Let's see, it's coming around this. Here's an example of what the wisteria did. So this, I'm not sure what it is. A white cedar, something? There's some up in there now. As you can see, it is very crooked. This tree was straight years ago, but for a time, the wisteria vines had looped over this thing like this way and just started pulling it off to the side. And that's why it is so curved now, because it was pulling it out of the ground. As you can see, that's crooked. It took out 3 or 4 big trees back here. It took out all the peach trees. Took out, because this used to be an orchard back here in my grandmother's backyard, and this was peach trees, apple trees. And the only thing we got left is that one apple tree right there. I cleaned everything off it, hoping it would come back, but it is good and well dead. I need to come take it out. And as you can see, there's wisteria on the top of it. It has climbed back on it, so we need to come take this out completely, run the grapple through here, and yank these vines out, because otherwise it's gonna keep coming back up on this tree. I thought there was hope that it would come back, but it is dead. So we'll deal with that, and then we'll just keep cutting it back at the property line, because I'm not cleaning this property line up with my aunt. As you can see, there's plenty of big old wisteria vines choking out this pine tree and everything else on this fence line. I mean, look at that. Taking over this little pine tree. Broke it off right there, actually. But yeah, it's all in this barbed wire fence. So not only do we have a mechanical separation with the barbed wire fence, we've got a mechanical separation with the wisteria vines that have made a natural fence blocking off between the two properties here. But as long as I keep it mown on this line, it's not getting any further back into the property, but still a pain. It'll be a constant thing having to keep an eye on and maintain it, keep it at bay, and keep it off my land once I finally get it cleared up. So yep, that's where we're at. We're gonna try to get back on the sawmill and milling videos quite soon. It's just been, like I said, been dealing with stuff. Haven't felt like doing anything, haven't really done anything, been lazy, but it's time to get back to work. There's so much to do. Can't just sit around moping. So as you can see, we pretty much kept it at bay. We'll come back down here with the 86 and the Vail mower, mow this all back, and keep it at bay. I do need to go start mowing pastures. I would love to find me some haying equipment so I can just start cutting, raking, and baling instead of just cutting and wasting it. But haven't been on Marketplace recently. Got it off of this pine. Was gonna leave this pine here, and you can see the scars. You can see all the scars where the vines were choking this tree. But looky there, we got a vine popping back up and sprouting back out. Aggravating stuff. So again, we'll keep it at bay. We'll run the root right through here, keep them sprawling back out, keep this little path to the back of the property line and the back of the pond open. And oh, we missed a sprig right here. We got a vine right here crawling up this pine tree. Got to get that actually while we're here. Let's see if we can stifle it. I'll need to go sharpen this knife. Found out the other night I was trying to cut something and it was dull as all get out. There we go. Yeah, get off of this tree. Now I got ants on me. So that'll start dying back, wither up in that tree. Looks like we might have a sprig on that pine up there. But again, I'm trying to not take everything out. I'm trying to keep some stuff, but it's just wishful thinking to a degree, because this stuff, you just basically have to slash and burn everything to kill it off. But we'll walk down here. I haven't walked down here in a while, and we'll see if we see any more wisteria that's come across and got into here from the backside. But pretty sure we've got it all down this way. I think we just got some sweet gums popping up in between my pines. We do need to come through here and thin these pines anyway, just because they're so thick. It's been past time to thin them out some, but looks like we're pretty good. I'm not seeing wisteria over here, so a good sign. But again, we need to come through here with the mower. We need to cut these trails again. Luckily, the pine needles keep everything pretty much at bay from growing. We do have a little bit of growth here where it is a little bit sunnier and open, more open. But yep, looks like we're pretty good. Like I said, we need to thin these pines. Those little saplings are choking each other out. So there we go. So guys, quick little video, not much work being done, kind of get you up to speed of what's been happening since the last video that was posted around, I think April was the last time I posted a video on this channel. So just getting you caught up with what's been done and what the plans are, and try to get back to a regularly scheduled program with actually working and videoing and you know, showing you some labor instead of showing you the baby at the end. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.